Hello, good morning, beautiful, beautiful people. My name is Maria, and today I'm going to be giving a brief um, message that I'm being called from Spirit to give to you. I already shuffled my cards here. I'm using the Moonology Oracle cards. There are three actually four cards that I pulled out from the deck, and these are the messages that I'm going to be providing as a collective. If this resonates for you, great. This is the message that you are supposed to be hearing or you need at this time. And if this does not resonate with you, um, don't worry. This message might not resonate for everybody. Okay, it's only if at this time this is what you need to hear. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first message that I would like to give you is that show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Okay. So what I'm getting is that a lot of you are have a light or some sort of a gift within you. Only you know what that is. But you are hesitant to put that out there, um, whatever the reason may be. But let the world know the real you. Okay, so go ahead and let that gift, that light that you have within you shine bright. There are people who might, try to dim your light or might not be comfortable with, whatever it is that you have to offer, and that's fine. But don't get discouraged. Okay. Sometimes we go in life and we're um, making decisions based out of fear or out of worry, or we're not really sure if we feel that our gifts or whatever it is that we want to bring out are going to be accepted, or we might not even feel good enough. We might feel like we how are we different, right? How is the real me going to really, what do I really have to offer, right? Sometimes that lack of confidence or motivation, or I don't want to say lack of low self-esteem, but lack of confidence sometimes gets in the way, and we don't put out our true self out there. And I think this is for everybody, but some of you are having a little bit more of a challenge in this area. This is one of the things that really hinders your achievement or your success, because you're either afraid to let the world show your authentic self, or it could be that, like I said, you don't really know how, right? So I highly encourage you to find a group of people, or it can just be one person who might motivate you, who might encourage you to reveal your inner light, or your authentic self. Don't try to, also another message that I'm being called to mention is that sometimes we behave in a certain way, right? We put a certain face, a facade, I guess, out to the world, to people, um, thinking that we want to fit in, we want people to like us, but it's not really who you are. So don't forget who you are, okay? Um, when you're ready to start bringing out all that encompasses you, that makes you who you are, and you're ready to share that with the world, it will be very, very good for you. Okay, so that's one message that I have to share. Okay. All right. Now the other message, and I really apologize for my nails. They're so chipped. I've been wanting to get manicure, but I've been so busy. I am a mom of two boys, and so for those of you who are parents, I'm sure you know what it's like. Okay, so let's go on to the next message. The next message that I would like to share is prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Okay. So this goes hand in hand with the other message that I just shared. Um, Prosperity lies ahead. So once you begin to reveal your true self and you share with the world all your gifts and your authentic self, you'll start to realize and you'll be so surprised at how quickly things get better for you. Okay. Um, for example, I remember that I used to have a job that and I know a lot of you can also agree with this and have been there before. You take a job, right? And it's something that you accept because it's going to pay the bills, but it's not really what you want to do. It's not really something that you are passionate about, right? But you're you take on these types of jobs because obviously you want to pay the bills, you have a family, and so, and also it could be that sometimes you take on certain jobs because you feel that you're not good enough for other higher paying positions, right? This was my case. um, and I just felt so stagnant. I felt like things were not progressing. And once I decided to get out of my comfort zone and redirect my energy into a job where I would get stability, security, and all of those other great benefits that we look for, like a good pay and all of that. But I also made sure that the the path that I was going to be headed towards was also going to resonate and vibrate at within my spiritual highest good. So make sure that whatever it is that you choose to go towards, that it's something that is at your spiritual level, and that it's something that you really want to do. Okay, because you will notice that as soon as you shift that mentality and you go towards your passion and what you're meant to do and what you're meant for, it's going to pay off. It's going to be so good for you. It's going to be bringing in so much abundance for you. So keep that in mind. And I just really wanted to bring that out and let you know that there's so much more for you, and that it's going to be so, so prosperous once you start doing what it is that you are meant to do. And if you don't really know what you're meant to do, it's okay. We've all been there. It's part of life's journey to discover. Some individuals are highly in tuned, and their intuitiveness is very, very high, and they connect with their higher self, and they somehow figure out early on what it is that they're meant for, and they know um, their passion, and they go towards that path sooner rather than later. And then there's others who it takes them a little bit more time because maybe they are, I think we all have the intuitive side. We know what we kind of want, but sometimes, like I said, we're afraid. We don't really trust ourselves. Um, and we lean towards other stuff out of fear, out of uncertainty, and then it just it just takes us into this like huge circle and this uh, I don't want to say like waste of time, not really, but it takes us into this I'm trying to find the correct word here. It just takes us into other paths, just to, not to overcomplicate things, but into other paths that, yes, we're meant to go through, but at the same time, it takes us away from reaching that highest self, that abundance, that prosperity that we could achieve sooner. Okay, so trust yourself. And yeah, so that's the other message that I really needed to get out there. Okay, now for the last shuffle, I actually got two cards. So this might be, I feel like this message might be a little bit more important. So the first one is, what do you need to release? Waning moon. Okay, so ask yourself, what do you need to release? There's no coincidence. We were just talking about um, how prosperity is lying ahead. It's coming. It's coming. So don't think that it's not there for you. It's waiting for you. Okay. But what do you need to release so that you can achieve this? What do you need to release? Well, we mentioned, right? Got to show your true self, for starters. Now, what else do you need to release? I know for a fact that some of you might need to release old patterns, old beliefs, like negative beliefs, that mentality where you think, I can't do it, I'm not good enough. Some other examples can be not really taking action, right? Just thinking that it'll miraculously happen. Okay, so not taking actions to actually go towards the path of success or prosperity. Okay, so what do you need to release? So for every person, it's different. Okay, I already mentioned a few of the things that might be hindering and getting in the way. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, and it's very important. Sometimes we don't stop to reflect on the things that we are doing that affect or impact our inability to prosper. Okay, we're all responsible for our actions, and the great thing about life is that there's an action and there's a reaction, there's a consequence, right? So it's great that you get to choose, but keep in mind that sometimes, there's going to be a consequence for something that you're not really meant for. Okay, so maybe that's something that you kind of have to release as well. Okay, so maybe releasing some control, right? And letting things flow. Also letting things flow. Don't force things. What's meant for you will find you one way or another. But having that said, don't just sit around and think, oh, it's gonna come when you don't put any effort into it, right? So very important message. Okay, and then the last message is, the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, so what I get by this is that the energy is getting momentum. What I get by that is that, sorry, my friends, I like to repeat myself sometimes. Okay, let me just pick out another card from the deck to clarify this card. Okay, take time to breathe out. Okay, disseminating moon. So take time to breathe out. Okay, so what I'm getting is that when you release those energies that are not for our highest goods, for our highest good, also don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, don't be so hard on yourself. give yourself the time and the space to go within, okay? And when you do things from a higher vibration, okay, when you do things not rushing and you're patient with yourself, but you are actively also trying to do better, it's going to allow for your energy, which is what this other card was trying to tell us, for your energy to pick up, okay? So it's going to help you accelerate things. It's going to help you find your prosperity and release any blockages, okay? It's going to make the energy a lot more smoother. It's going to make things a lot more fluent for you. It's going to flow easily, okay? So by doing this and practicing this, you're going to be able to have a better energy and just a lot more things will just shift for you, and energetically speaking, okay? But if you are trying to find your path, you're not really sure what to do, you're hard on yourself, you keep looking for different opportunities in places that you know are not really what you really want to do, and you force yourself into things that are not really meant for you, and that you know deep down that are not really the best time to go towards that, it's only going to create a very I don't want to say stagnant energy, but just energy of chaos and confusion, stress, anxiety, which is not what we want to do, right? This, in order to get this calm, motivated, inspired, um, easygoing energy, we have to be, like I said, we have to give ourselves grace. We have to do things in a calm energy, and then also we all have a spiritual team, so seek out to your spiritual team, okay, your ancestors, your whoever it is that you believe in, your God, or your ancestors, your deities, your angels, whoever it is that you look up to, spiritually speaking, whoever your source of energy is. Seek them, ask them. You know, they are more than happy and ready to assist you and help you to reach this this zen this zen, I'm sorry, oh my god, I'm not talking properly today. This zen and this tranquility and this clarity that you need in order to shift the energy and be able to show your true self, okay? And also how to best show your true self in order to attain this prosperity that is waiting for you and that is going to be finding you very, very soon, okay? I hope that made sense. I hope that this message is easy to discern and easy, easy to understand. I know that sometimes when we hear these types of messages, it can be a little confusing. Sometimes we have a hard time understanding certain things because there's just so much that is being downloaded and being sent to me at the same time. So I know that one of the things that I need to do better in is trying to clearly convey to you these messages. It takes practice, it takes time. Be patient with me, please. But I really hope from the bottom of my heart that this message resonated with someone and that it finds you when you need it. Okay, this message is timeless, so you can pretty much hear it at any time and it will still serve its purpose. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed this message and that it resonated with you in the comments. I'm looking forward to hearing and reading. I'm sorry, to reading how this message resonated with you. So give me any comments that you like. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Okay, thank you and have a beautiful magical day. Bye.